is a 19-year-old employee of Meijer stores up in Ohio. It's Michigan based, but this particular store was in Ohio. Police entered the store, arrested the young man, and you're going to find out why. It's kind of heartbreaking. Watch this.
Hello.
Hey.
So we have James here.
Who's James?
Right here.
Right here? Okay.
He is he works in our deli department.
Okay.
And we found out that he's just been taking like orders of chicken and fruit cups and stuff like that off the store and eating without paying.
For 110?
Yep.
All right. James, do you have anything on you need to be aware of?
Not
Don't
like
reach for it if you do. Don't reach for it if you do.
Okay, so I have a Sharpie and a box cutter in this pocket. All I have in this pocket is my phone and my earbuds, and then in my back pocket I have my wallet.
All right. Go ahead and stand up for me.
Okay.
All right, just go ahead and put your hand on the wall for me. I'm just going to take everything out. We'll get it with you. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Okay. You can put your palms together. Let's drop that. Put your palms together. Palms together. Palms together. There you go. Just make this easy on you, all right? What's going to happen is you're obviously under arrest for theft. Okay, you're going to have to go back, post a bond, and then we'll get you out of here. Okay.
That employee of a Meijer store apparently worked in the deli, and he was being held there in, I guess, his manager's office with these 3 to 4 other higher-up supervisor employees, and they had him busted for stealing. And as you could see, he was a little confused there as it all went down. As they walked him out of the store with this embarrassing situation, he decided to start explaining himself.
This ever happened before?
No.
No?
So, yeah, I explained to them that that it started off slow. It happened a couple of times because like I forgot my wallet or something, and then I meant to pay it back, and then when I had my wallet like the following day or something, I either just forgot or like I didn't know who to talk to, and then
That just kind of spiraled?
yeah, a few months, like about a month or two ago, my managers called me in the back and complained that I took too long on my breaks.
Okay.
Then I tried to explain to them that a lot of that time was because I was waiting in line to pay for the food, or I was trying to grab something, and they said that if it kept happening, they would write me up. Okay. So,
This was about food from the store that they had busted him on for stealing. And that's what the robbery, or I guess theft charges were. Here's a couple details before we get to more, because there's a lot more from that arrest. Here's what happened. This police body cam footage recently circulated on social media showed an officer called to that Meijer store in Seven Hills, Ohio, where 19-year-old James Dennison, that deli worker with autism, had been accused of stealing food. And this is the best part, with food items totaling $110 over a 3-month period. 3 months worth, $110. Okay, cool. I hear you. But as he was explaining, sometimes there'd be long lines. He has a short break. They were cutting him off from his break. He was trying to eat some more, and more details from this. His supervisor said, "We have James here. He works in our deli department, and we found out that he's been taking some orders of chicken and fruit cups and stuff like that." That's what the manager said at the time. Now, this was reported by Upworthy. This is probably the only place that I did see this get reported, as far as some of the details behind what it is that happened or who this 19-year-old employee is. But this is more about these concerned citizens. This is just the headline. They rally around this disabled teen after he was arrested for stealing from work. And that subheadline says the food was marked as throwaway. I think it got a lot worse just now. According to, again, Upworthy in this part of it, I read a few other articles that didn't mention this aspect. Apparently the food that they got him busted on, 3 months worth of $110 worth of food, was already marked to be thrown away. Stores have their expiration dates. Maybe it's the day of. Sometimes you'll see some of that food marked down and put back out on the shelves. So maybe people can buy it that day. Like, this is the last day, marked down items. You get the chicken now because by tomorrow it'll be bad. It seemed maybe it was that stuff. I can't independently confirm that, but that's what Upworthy had reported. So this got a little bit worse. $110 worth of expired, about to be expired fresh food, which in my mind, it's not worth $110 if you're about to throw it the fuck out. That's just my thought. Here's more from what happened once the police officer put him in the back of the car.
I know you're saying a lot of stuff. I know I read you your rights. I don't want you to incriminate yourself, so I don't want you to keep talking about this. Okay. I already read you your rights. You can talk about it if you want, but I don't want you to. I mean, it's a minor theft.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll fill you in. We're going to go back to station, and then we'll...
Okay.
How old are you?
I am 19.
19? All right. It is a very minor theft. What we normally do is we're going to take you back. We're going to scratch out a quick ticket for you.
Okay.
We'll probably just release you on your own recognizance.
Okay.
So you don't have to post bond.
All right.
You're going to be given a bond, but we'll release you on zero because you've been cool with me, so I'm going to work with you, all right?
Okay.
So, and then you'll be kicked loose. I'm guessing that you're no longer employed with Meijer? Have they said it?
Not after this.
Okay.
Don't forget, when he first started walking the kid out, and he's 19 years old, he's an adult, walking him out through the hallways of the store, he goes, so he basically asked him, how did this start? Is this the first time this happened? Then James started talking. Once he got him into the car, he goes, you're saying a lot. I'm not sure if you should keep talking about this to incriminate yourself. Bro, you asked him a question. He said, man, you're telling a lot on this $110 charge over 3 months of expiring food. Just saying. He went on to, the officer seemed to be pretty understanding of what it is that was going on. I think he started seeing what happened and seeing how this looks and started understanding how crazy this was. Here's more of that.
But yeah, I do genuinely feel bad and all that. But...
Hey, listen. It's a mistake. You've never been arrested before, right?
Correct.
So let this be a learning experience and let's not have it happen again. All right? Because if you're... Look, the crazy thing is if you're going to be arrested, a minor theft is the way to go. Is the way to go. And a minor theft in even a better way to go. Because the reason I say that is we do stuff a little differently than a lot of departments. We kind of help people, or we kind of help people out.
Okay.
He did say, at our department, you're going to usually have this fine or you have to set bond, and we're going to let you go on your own recognizance because this is worth $110 of expired food, bro. So he was explaining to him that they're going to let him go and it'll be all fine. But he's got to show back up and probably have to just pay for the food that he stole that was about to be thrown out. So because this haul started blowing up at the time that it happened, the original article about this was from April. And now as the summer hits and people started seeing it, it blew up on social media. Things went sideways for Meijer. And this was some more of the response, you guys. Footage of this arrest has gone viral several times since it happened and sparked massive outrage online, with many asking for the store to be boycotted. Meijer then issued a statement on Wednesday, that's just now, claiming that they've changed their policies after the incident, but they didn't specify how. Fine, let's see what their statement was. This is the statement from Meijer now that things have gone sideways. They said, we know there's been a lot of recent conversation about last year's incident involving a former team member at our Seven Hills, Ohio store. We take this very seriously and recognize that the situation should have been handled differently. Earlier this year, we implemented a new procedure to make sure this doesn't happen again. We've learned a great deal from this experience. We hold ourselves to a higher standard and are committed to making sure our actions reflect how we want to treat each other. I don't know. I mean, I didn't think we necessarily got the name of that supervisor who apparently had been watching James for 3 months rack up expired food bills up to $110. Maybe the $100 point was the point where he could actually call the cops. I don't know. But what he definitely wanted was for him to be arrested, walked out and have to explain himself as he got into the back of the police car and then booked on these charges of petty theft that the cop even said, yo, this is pretty petty. I can't understand why I'm here. Which first walked in there, as you saw, he had a little bit of aggression because, sometimes that's how cops are. When he asked what's in his pockets, he goes, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. What are you doing? 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 Freaking people out. I think if he was going to use that box cutter that he had in his pocket or whatever else it could have been in his pocket, he probably would have used it on those 3 to 4 people that were already holding him there, waiting for the cops to show up. But I mean, that's just me. Maybe I'd put myself in vulnerable situations in that. Here's the last part here, though, because as we just heard Meijer's statement, now after things blew up and boycotts were being threatened, Meijer's latest statement now showed a change of tone from a prior one given to Inc., who originally was one of the first ones that was reporting on this. Back in April, when the store said an investigation showed that the former team member in question had knowingly committed multiple thefts over multiple months, totaling hundreds of dollars. which is why law enforcement was involved. Hundreds of dollars. Maybe it was $900. Who knows? Or maybe it was $110, which is what they said the day of when that cop went in the store and arrested the guy. But it was hundreds of dollars because that's what their statement was at the time. Their statement now is, we've discovered that we have all these issues with our process and we want to treat everyone the way everyone wants to be treated. I mean, Jesus said,